It began with Gen Z protests last month over bad governance, poor service delivery, and corruption. Their demonstrations marked with songs and at times colorful performances. This weekend, the elite military unit CAPSAT turned against the Malagasy government and joined protesters in the capital Antananarivo. After fleeing the island nation, President Andry Rajoelina, in a national address on Facebook on Monday, said an attempt had been made on his life.
We have all seen that the crises that have occurred in the country have led to ruin and recession. There have been real plans since 25th September for a coup, an assassination attempt against me. When other African presidents proposed sending military contingents on a peacekeeping mission, I told them that this did not reflect the values of the Malagasy people, and I refused.
A day later, he announced the dissolution of parliament. The youth dismissed his speech as propaganda, demanding for his immediate resignation. On the same day, Parliament convened and voted to impeach Rajoelina.
In application of Article 40, Section 1 of the Constitution, the National Assembly meeting in extraordinary session shall pronounce the permanent dismissal of the President of the Republic due to his manifest incompatibilities and conflicts of interest, activities of a nature to harm the dignity of the nation and national unity.
The activities of the government institutions listed in the 2010 Constitution are being terminated. The National Assembly, however, continues its work. Here are the new structures being built in Madagascar. The National Presidency, a joint system that carries out the functions of the head of state, the government, the National Assembly in its current form, the judiciary, which includes the Supreme Constitutional Court for Reform, and the various judicial systems.
Madagascar has had a history of coups since it gained independence from France in 1960. Rajoelina rose to power through a mutiny in 2009, which forced then-President Marc Ravalomanana to flee the country. Rajoelina was then elected in 2018 and re-elected in 2023. Wanjamungai, CGTN.
Let's go to Madagascar's capital, Antananarivo, where we have Luke Freeman. He is a political analyst joining us live via Zoom. Luke, welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us here on Africa Live. Let's begin with the obvious question now. Who is now in charge, and what does the Constitution say about this situation, Luke?
Good evening. I'm having trouble hearing your questions, but I think you're talking about who's in charge now. The military, the CAPSAT, who are the military unit who escorted the protesters into the city centre on Saturday, have now declared that they are taking charge. That is following the impeachment of the president in his absence by a process of a vote at the National Assembly and a decision from the High Constitutional Court.
Luke, is the military doing this with the blessing of the National Assembly? How have the two institutions been working together since things began to escalate is another question.
Can you repeat the question?
Is the military doing this with the blessings of the National Assembly? That's my question.
I'm sorry, the line is too bad. I'll tell you some more about what we might expect to see next. There's going to be a lot of wrangling between the two, between the different political and army factions. There's going to be what the army has asked for is 2 years in order to plan a roadmap to making the situation calm, to bring different stakeholders around the table. They've declared that there will be a new constitution and that there will be fresh elections to elect a new president.
Luke, talk to us about the immediate reaction of the people in the country to these latest events. What can you share with us?
I'm sorry, once again, I can't understand what you're saying. There's too much interference.
If you can hear me, Luke, if you can hear me, Luke, how is the country reacting to these latest events?
Again, I can't hear, but what I'll give you is I'll give you as much information as I can and as we know at this point. The leader who has been announced today is a colonel from this CAPSAT regiment. CAPSAT is not, as some reports have said, an elite regiment. It's not even a fighting regiment. They are the people in charge of logistics, ammunitions, and weaponry. Which means that they do hold an important role in the Malagasy army. They were also the regiment who helped install President Rajoelina into power in 2009 against former President Marc Ravalomanana. So there's a sense here of history repeating itself, as they are the ones which put an end to the presidency of Andry Rajoelina. He is now abroad. He hasn't disclosed where he is. And one of the reasons for impeachment, which was given today, was a destitution of his duties. He's deserted the country in a time of need, and also because of using the security forces against peaceful protesters. Those are the constitutional reasons given for this impeachment. Now, whether they hold water or not is a very different question. Here in Madagascar, as around the world, politics is often more about pragmatics than it is about principles. We'll see over the next days and weeks how this new military-led government actually puts political practice into shape, and how they want to take the country forward. Will it be in conformity with the rule of law, or will it be something more sinister and oppressive than that?